Parayanaya.
Namo namaste Akila Karanaya.
Namo namaste Akila Karanaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Sarvagama Manaya Maharnavaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Niskaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Sarvagama Manaya Mahandaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karayanaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Niskaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Namo namaste Kirakaranaya.
Niskaranaya
Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya. Sarvagamanaya Mahanavaya. Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya. Okay. Nama. I offer my respectful obeisances.
I offer my respectful obeisances.
Nama. Again, I offer my respectful obeisances.
Again, I offer my respectful obeisances.
Te. Unto you. Akila Karanaya. Unto the supreme cause of everything. Nishkaranaya. Unto you who are causeless. Adbhuta Karanaya. The wonderful cause of everything. Sarva. All. Agama and Maya. Unto the source of the Parampara system. Of all Vedic knowledge. Mahanavaya. Great ocean of knowledge. Or the great ocean wherein all the rivers of knowledge merge. Okay. Repeat. Or the great ocean. Wherein all the rivers of knowledge merge. Nama. I offer my obeisances. Apavargaya. Unto you. Who can give deliverance. Or liberation. Parayanaya. The shelter of all transcendentalists. Okay, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself have no cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the shelter of the Vedic knowledge contained in the Shastras, like the Pancharatras and Vedanta Sutra, which are your representation and who are the source of the Parampara system. Because it is you who can give liberation. You are the only shelter for all transcendentalists. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is described herein as the wonderful cause. He is wonderful in the sense that although there may be unlimited emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Janmani Asya Yataha, he always remains complete. Purnasyam Purnam Madaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. In our experience in the material world, if we have a bank balance of $1 million, Rochani would like to have $1 million for new Apple. As we withdraw money from the bank, the balance gradually diminishes until it becomes nil. However, the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is not complete, is so complete that although innumerable personalities of Godhead expand from him, he remains the same personality of Godhead. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyati. Therefore, he is a wonderful cause. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, for he is the prime cause of all causes. This comes from Brahma Samhita 5.1. Even in this material world, we can understand that the sun has existed for millions of years and has given off heat and light since its creation. Yet the sun still retains its power and never changes. What then is to be said of the Supreme Cause, Param Brahma, Krishna? Everything emanates from him perpetually. Yet he maintains his original Sachitananda Vigraha. Krishna personally says in Bhagavad Gita, Matak Sarvam Pravartati. Everything emanates from me. Everything emanates from Krishna eternally, yet he is the same Krishna and does not change. Therefore, he is the shelter of all transcendentalists who are eager to get free from material bondage. Everyone must take shelter of Krishna. It is therefore advised. Akama samakarmova mukshakama hudaradi trivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whether one desires everything or nothing, or desires to merge into the existence of the Lord, he is intelligent only if he worships Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by rendering transcendental loving service. Bhagavad Gita 2.3.10. Param Brahma, the Supreme Lord, and Param Dhamma, the Supreme, repose in Krishna. Therefore, anyone who desires anything, whether be a karmi, a jnani, or a yogi, should try to perceive the Supreme Personality of Godhead very seriously, and all of his desires will be fulfilled. The Lord says, Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stateva bhajami haham. As the living entity surrenders unto me, I reward them accordingly. Even the karmi who want everything for his enjoyment can get it from Krishna. For Krishna supplying what he wants is not at all difficult. Actually, however, one should worship Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for the sake of getting liberation. By studying the Vedic literature, one should understand Krishna, as confirmed here, Sarva Gama Maya Maharnavaya. He is the ocean and all Vedic knowledge flows towards him. Therefore, intelligent transcendentalists take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarva Dharmam Padityagyam Mamekam Saranam Pracha. This is the ultimate goal. Om Gyana Timanandashya Gyananjana Sarakaya Shakshur Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Paristaya Uttare Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Charini Nirvishesha Shannavari Kashyari Shatharini Vanchakalpataru Vyascha Kripashandu Vyayavascha Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo. So let's have a thought for our Guru to hold, Bhatticharu Swami, who is slowly recovering now. And tomorrow is the appearance day of Indra. So usually in temples we put bhajan all day, Prabhupada, right? In kitchen, in temple, room. Krishna likes to have bhajan all day also. If devotees are not making bhajan, we put a tape. But for Haindra's appearance, we can suggest that we have Haindra playing everywhere. Also, we had before a speaker, outside speakers. You can ask Nishingananda to set it up. Like this, in all New Mayapur, you can have bhajan all day. When the devotees are making their wonderful service. Here it is a question. It is the subject, the main subject is the karana. The karana is the goal, is the cause. It can be the goal and the cause also. But we discuss today the cause. Krishna is the cause of everything. Okay. Actually, when we are, it depends on our consciousness. If we are in materialistic consciousness, then we think the cause is coming from the arrangement of material nature, or the cause is coming from chance, or the cause is coming from my neighbor. I have a bad life. He's giving me trouble. He's the cause of my trouble. Or some others, they are the cause of our happiness. So when we are we don't have the spiritual knowledge, so we think many intervenant, we think about many causes. But globally, Kananam Guna Sangosya Sarasat Janmajonish. Kananam Guna Sangosya. Actually, the cause, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the cause of the wandering of living entities in the material world and being sadasat, being tossed, like between happiness and distress. Today is too hot, and in the winters will be too cold, and we are like sadasat janmajonish. So we living entities, we are put into this material world, and the cause is the material energy, actually. The cause is the apparent cause is the material energy. Karanam guna sangosya. Okay, the cause is the material energy, and then the gunas they are making us acting in this material energy. And that is the meaning of this verse. So, there's many causes. It depends, the karmi, they see the cause mainly is coming from the material energy. The material energy, the living entities in this material energy, the karma, they don't understand that this is karma, but actually it is coming from the activities, and from the past life. So this can be considered a cause. The karma can be considered a cause. The living entities, just like we have the different suffering of a living entities in this material world. We have the Adi Bodhika Klesha. We have the Adi Atmika Klesha. Bhotik is the all living entities, different living entities. In summer we have mosquitoes, we have different things. We have snakes. In Himapur, not too many snakes. Sometimes, when it's very hot like this, those who work with wood, they have to be careful because they like to go or stones under the stones, fresh, and fresh place for the snakes. There is some. We have to try to maintain everything cut because high grass. They can be in high grass. This is the Bodhika Klesha from different living entities. We have also frelon. What is this? Hornet. We don't have now this year, but they can be really mean. And in Himapur we don't have too much. It's really the spiritual world. In Australia it's worse. There's many mean living entities. So, Australia is a very nice place, but there's many Adi Bodhika Klesha. So we have the Adi Atmika Klesha, the Klesha coming from the mind and the body. We don't need to describe too much the Klesha of the body. Even if we are in a young body, we experience also some suffering. The teeth and the headache and stone is falling on your feet and whatever, We have this klesha. And we have the mind also. If we don't control the mind by chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By hearing the Maha Mantra, then the mind can cause a lot of suffering also. Then we have the Adi Devika Klesha. These ones are uncontrollable. Actually, it is said in the Devika Klesha is coming from the skies, from the celestials, from the devas. This one, we cannot do anything. We can do something for our mind. We can do something for our body. We can minimize the suffering coming from the other living entities. Actually, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, more we feel compassion to the living entities, less we get suffering from the living entities. This is the way. And for the mind and body, we know how to do it. The mind, we just have to control the mind, then no more suffering. If we let the mind go, as much as we go in our life, then the mind will, remind all the bad experience, the good experience, but also the bad experience, and it will make us suffer. Sentimentally, we can suffer. We get amoureux, we get in love with some girl or some boy, and then he let us down. So we suffer, the mind. It's not the body, this is the mind. We can be depressed. But the suffering coming from the devatas, they are uncontrollable. You cannot do nothing. So what the Bhagavatam says, when you have suffering coming from the devatas, what you do? You sit down and meditate. That's it. Just like when you have Rahu. Rahu is aggressing the sun, is aggressing the moon. You have the eclipse, you know. So what the devotees do, they sit down in the temple, they close the windows, they sit down and chant Hare Krishna. Because this is very nefast, this is very inauspicious event. And then today we'll have some thunder, we'll have some grêle aussi, I don't know how to say grêle, some ice falling from the sky. Sometimes you have ice like this, they fall from, what can you do about this? Huh? Even if you put your umbrella, that's not enough. It can break the cars, you know, it can, you know, you have a hurricane, you have all kind. You can do nothing about this suffering. So Bhagavatam says, you sit down and you meditate. That's it. You let it go. And this, Srila Prabhupada explained that the transcendentalist is not running after his happiness as much as he is not running after his distress. It's just like, you know, if there is a person who is running after a disease, I want to get sick. I want to get sick, right? This is stupid, no? Right? Everybody is laughing because Prabhupada explained, I want to get sick now. I want to get hurt. I want to, you know, I want all kind of bad things happening to me. Except for Queen Kunti who is praying like this, but we are not on the level. And Prabhupada said this is stupid. So this is the same thing for happiness, actually. We don't. This is an explanation from Prahlad Maharaj. We don't look for happiness as much as we don't look for distress. Because why? Why we should not look for happiness? Someone has an explanation.
Because pain and pleasure are twin brothers. I cannot explain it better.
That's a good one. But there's more deep explanation.
It's come automatically.
Huh?
It's come automatically.
Yeah.
According to our custom.
The happiness comes from the contact with the cells, with the matter, and this is temporary. This is temporary. You don't, one intelligent person don't running after something temporary. This is by Gita, you don't remember the verse?
Yeah.
Adi Antavantade. Nate Shura Mate.
So the
beginning and an end, and those who know they don't indulge in this.
The right answer is, Prabhu who gave the right answer, is that they come automatically. You know, you don't have to make any effort. That's something very difficult for us to understand, because Krishna Buriya Ji Bhogavan Chakare, Prabhupada is saying, this is Magali? Krishna Buriya Ji Bhogavan Chakare. As soon as we want to enjoy, we fall in the material world. As soon as we have this mentality of controlling, enjoying, we fall in the material world. We don't need to take a train ticket. If we want to go down south in Marseille or Nice, we need to go to the station or go to internet, take a train ticket, and then you have to go to the station, you have to climb in the train, there's no strike, and this is a whole process if you want to travel in the material world. But if you want to, when we travel from the spiritual world to the material world, there's no process like this. This is this verse from. This is this one. There's another one also, quite the same. Krishna Buliye Seva Anadi Bahir Mukha. Krishna Buliye means what? Krishna Buliye means forgetting Krishna. So this is explanation from Ramananda Roy to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Buliye Jiva. The Jiva forget Krishna. Anadi, from time immemorial. Anadi Harir Govinda. Anadi, from time immemorial. And why? Bahir Mukha is attracted to the external feature, is attracted to the material energy. So as soon as he is attracted to the material energy, then he gets samsara dukkha. He gets into the samsara. So there's no need of taking a ticket or whatever. As soon as we want to be independent of Krishna, we want to be Bhaktaram Yagata Parasam, Sarvarokam Vajaram. I want, my share of tapasa, Bhaktaram Yagata Parasam. I want to be the master of this planet. At least my family, I want to be the master. I want to be the master of a country. I want to be the master of the planet. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted to be he wanted to have a kingdom like his father. So this is the nature of the living entity in this material world. He wants to be like Krishna. Bhaktaram Yagata Pasam Sarvalokam Maicharam. Suridam Sarabhutana. I want to be friend of everyone. I don't want an enemy. If I have enemy, I crush them down. But I want to be respected and worshipped by everybody who likes to have enemies. No. We approach a person, my dear Nico, you are a very nice person, my dear Locha, you're so nice. So we are happy to hear all this praise, But this is reserved to Krishna. Sarvalokam Suridam Sarvabhutanam. Donc as soon as we have this mentality of being like Krishna, and it is normal because we have the same quality as Krishna. So this is normal. We have in minute quantity. We have this volunty. We have this desire. We have this desire of controlling, being worshipped, possessing, being the most beautiful. This is normal. As soon as we have this, we fall in the material world immediately. This is the meaning of the verse. So here Krishna is the original cause. This is not the prakriti, the cause. Actually, the karmis, they are thinking the cause is the material world. But this is not the original cause. The Gyanis, they start to know a little bit, from Vedic literatures, and they find out that actually Krishna is all the spiritualists. What is a spiritualist? Spiritualist means here that he knows that Krishna is the